Bonjour from Quebec City, Old Quebec. I am at Auberge de Jeunesse. Let me see if I'm pronouncing that right. Auberge de Jeunesse. Quebec's Auberge Hospital. I probably got that all wrong. I'll find out how to say it properly. Proper accent is quite important here. But I have to say, this is my second day, and I've been up since 4 a.m. I am not used to sleeping with people and on bunk beds. Now, not to say anything wrong here, nothing wrong, but I'm just not used to it, so I couldn't sleep. So I got up, and I've been, coffee and breakfast, a couple of little walks. But it's quite rainy today, so I think I'm going to stay in and sleep, because the people go during the day from like 11 a.m. is checkout, and people go and spend the day in Quebec. So it's quieter, not as bumpy. First time I felt bumped, I woke up and thought, oh my God, who sat on my bed? But it was just a gal above me. It takes a while to get used to. Last time I was at a hostel, it was 16 or 17, as I think I already said. And I was going from Vancouver, British Columbia, with a girlfriend. We were 16, 17. And we hitchhiked from Cambie on Trans Highway number 1 to Hope. And we got a ride with a semi-trailer. And I remember we were singing with the truck driver, Bustin' Flat in Baton Rouge, heading for a train. You know, what struck me with the song is freedom is when you have nothing to lose. And that's very true, you know. Right? You don't really want physical attachments. You need emotional attachments. The physical's not going to disappear. If you spend your whole life building your body or building something other than love, you're building nothing, really. I hate to tell you that. But I just wanted to share an experience I had yesterday to today. I met a woman. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Julia. No, wait, what's her name? See, Anyway, yesterday, she said she was here on a holiday by herself, came from Halifax or Newfoundland or something, I don't know. And she left her kids home and just wanted to get away. And we had an amazing, wonderful conversation, like for about an hour. We were laughing and talking English, We really enjoyed her company, and I think she really enjoyed mine. I felt no emptiness, I felt no judgment. We just laughed and talked. And then I was telling her a little bit about my story, not much, but a little bit. And she wanted to see the channel I was talking about, because I do to talk. So I don't hide nothing. I told her where my channel was. And she found it and she subscribed. Isn't that nice? That was yesterday. And then this morning, familiar old emptiness appeared. And I said, hi, good morning, happy birthday, and all that. It's her birthday today. And she's a Virgo, I'm a Virgo, and so we have that in common, so it was funny. Virgos are nitpickers, critical thinkers, we're supposed to be. And a lot of people don't like Virgos because we are critical thinkers. That's what I thought we had in common. But she subscribed, and then I guess she watched maybe some of my videos or one of them or read up on it. And then I walked into the kitchen this morning and I said, happy birthday. And she looked beautiful. She had her makeup on. She was getting ready to go somewhere. And she said, thank you. And I felt this emptiness, this kind of, I don't know, dismissiveness. And I'm telling you, people, your feelings are known. Maybe not now, but if you are creating a negative ripple effect with your judgments, it is felt. And I felt her judgment smeared all over me today. A lot of people don't follow me for joy or wisdom. They laugh and they mock. And so I said to her, because I could sort of see a drop in mood, right? And so I said, oh, you found my channel and subscribed. And she said, yeah. And I said, oh, crazy, eh? And she looked at me and didn't really look at me. She looked at some guy. And she said, yeah, crazy for, a little bit. And then looked away. Cold as ice. Now, this woman thinks that she has a happy family at home, wherever she's from. She ran away for her birthday. Nobody's here with her. But she thinks that she can judge somebody else. And this is the people I want to talk to, the judge. You may have your little perfect family in your little world and think that it's loving, but is it? Is your whatever your name is, I can't remember now. See, I forget people's names when I feel judged. She just subscribed and I forgot her name already. Because she judged me. And I felt it. It was a horrible ripple effect that she is spreading out in the world. And this is the way most people conduct themselves. They go to school or they watch TV and they get groomed into thinking that it's okay to dismiss people because they're saying shit that you never heard before. Because they're introducing a whole new world, or they got concepts beyond your little brain. You are going to smear me. And I am not the only one she does this to. She's like this everywhere. I promise you, these types are everywhere. Looking down their noses while they're having birthdays by themselves when they got a freaking family of kids. And so what we are here is with those beams in our pupils, those lights, is we're recording our stories. Nope, nothing's hidden. What you're doing to people is very well known in the spirit world. And if you think you're not a spirit, what the fuck are you? You're not. A walking body? No spirit at all? Like, what are you? No, we are all spirits here for a human experience. We're not humans here for a spiritual experience. We are spirits. We can't die. We're energy of love. And when we go against love, we go against ourselves. I don't care where you are, at home, lying to your family about how you feel, or out in the world lying to the people about how you feel. You hate them. You hate them. You're miserable. And I just gotta tell you, I feel it. And this is fakery, fuckery that I'm fed up with. And why I speak out loud and really don't care who subscribes, because I'm not going to be quiet to the ones who smear shame on other people. I say shame on her. Get lost. Go find somebody else to subscribe to. Because I don't need the anchor of the authority here. That's what I'm about. You want to be an authority? You go back to your kids. Okay? And then when your kids are growing up and drug addicts and fat and sexually deviant, it's because you put shame on them their whole lives. They can't stand you. Why do you shame your kids? Because you're ashamed. You're ashamed. And you shame your kids. You have to, because you're shaming people outside. That's your lesson today, lady. I don't hold back my feelings when I encounter something that really is affecting our world. This negative judgment and fear of the unknown, fear of what you don't know. We have to move beyond that and be willing to hear out other people. If you only want mainstream shit, then go to the popular channels and stay mainstream. I'm not here for you. But occasionally, I'm able to use people as examples. And so you're helpful to my channel. But unfortunately, you're helpful in a negative way. By reverse osmosis or something, like reverse psychology. I have to teach you, the people by the negative reaction I had. And negative reactions are not a problem. If you have a feeling that's negative because of words or feelings you got from someone, that negative reaction is not a problem. My reaction is not a problem. You know, tell me, oh, you just got to get over these people and live along. No, I don't have to tolerate these people. My channel is about expressing how I feel about these people entirely. I don't like to judge. I don't care what people do. Honestly, I really, but you can be whatever you want to be, right? I don't care. You're playing a role. Do it well. Do whatever you do it happy. But if you're miserable, I'm going to speak up and tell you how you made me feel. And lady, when you called me crazy today and dismissed me, but you stayed as a channel subscriber, you're full of shit. That's what I have to say. To you and my show and tell. A lot of people won't want to hear it. Can't help it. It's what I do. It's what I've been commissioned to do. And I stand firm and I have boundaries. And if you want my, if you want to stand in the divine light and have a perfect world, you can have it. If you want to feel good, you can have it. If you want freedom, you can have it. But you have to give it to everybody else first. Okay? Bye for now. This is an amazing room. It's in the house, in the hostel. And I read yesterday the house was built for like $15,000 in 1889. And it was just a house of a very wealthy man, a businessman. And this is quite a house, I gotta tell you. It's quite a house. Like, okay guys, I'm from British Columbia, and BC is only 150 some years old. It's far younger than Quebec. And we don't have access to anything antique or really even vintage. Like, we just throw things away because they don't last. Wood doesn't last as long as mason. And so in Quebec, they built their homes out of mason, stone. So in British Columbia, in my whole life, I've sold on and off eBay antique jewelry and small things, It was called Classic Collections by Cheryl Ann. I did very well doing eBay trade too. That's just while I was at home for a while. Well, in my journey of doing eBay with vintage and antique, I was watching the antique roadshow. I have a fascination with history. And, in British Columbia, one doorknob on one of these houses could be worth $150. One doorknob. They don't know the value of what they have here. I don't think, like, these are riches to British Columbia. Every look at that ladder going up on that stage. Like, what kind of house is this? There seems to be a bar below and a stage above with a ladder going up. So it feels like a ballroom of sorts. Not the biggest ballroom in the world. But a ballroom would hold quite a few people. Every little piece is, this is what people hold in value. And I don't think Quebec knows. Or appreciates, it just doesn't feel like it. Because I'm sitting here in awe all day long. But I guess if you're raised with something, you just take it for granted that it's there, it's always gonna be there. There is so much, like, incredible, the gilding, which is, gold painted on things, and crystal chandeliers, crown molding. It's hard to come by. Like, you get a house with crown molding in British Columbia, you got a valuable house. Most people can't afford crown molding. It's extra, So when they're building new houses, they just put boxes up. Now, there's no style. It's all kind of cookie cutter. Everybody's gonna have the same house. Not gonna have any uniqueness. To me, the house is where you're gonna show your heart. That's where I walk into someone's house and I can pretty much tell the condition of their heart, whether they care or not, but the condition of the heart, which is the home. And I think that goes for men and women. Just playing house is enough. They have us thinking we have to be success stories. No, you don't. You have to enjoy your life. I saw Les Miserables in Queen Elizabeth Park. It's a couple of decades ago. Oh my God, it was so miserable. he was an opera of some kind. And yeah, I got drunk. I just, why would you make a theater called Les Miserables? You know, the miserable. And in Quebec, there are a lot of bad moods. Gotta be honest. They either seem angry, and I wish that wasn't so. Hey, when people are angry, they're pretty much angry at themselves. And they don't know it. They're just projecting. Anyway, those are a few little thoughts I had, and now it's raining. I'm not going out for a walk right now. I'm gonna wait and have a cup of coffee. And I'm just enjoying the ambience and the environment I'm in as long as I can. Because it is not about gratitude. It's about really feeling appreciation for the home you're in. And, you know, what it took to build and maintain. From, I think, 1947 until 65, if I read it right, this house was used as some kind of a science school or a hospital, I think. I don't know. I saw something out there. I thought, well, what a way to ruin the house. But obviously, they put it back. And it's back. It feels like a house. Although I can see how, with several rooms, that they made it into some kind of hospital here. Some kind of place. Soon I'm going to talk to you about Dr. James Douglas from this area. He came in the 1750s or 60s. And old Quebecville is haunted because of him. So I'll tell you, I was hired as a ghost tour operator here. When I first came, I applied to I'm English. They needed an English ghost tour guide. And I love public speaking, and thought, oh, I'll try. So I did auditions, and I got in. I got the job. And then they gave me the background of the ghosts, and I had to study them. 7 of them, ghosts. And I just read the first one, Dr. James Douglas, in his little experimental house here. And when I read him from the 1700s, I thought, oh my God, no wonder he's a ghost stuck here. Yeah, you see, you can't dissect people, guys. And that's what he started. He's the founder of science and medicine on humans. And he was only 15 when he started. And guess what he practiced on? Cats and dogs when he was like under 15, dissecting, killing them. Now, I know when I went to grade 8, the science teacher went out to some fridge and brought back into the class these stinky sheep eyeballs. Like it was real. Eyeballs for us scientists in grade 8, 12 years old. We're supposed to dissect them, touch them with tweezers and whatnot. I couldn't do it. And I trust myself. I can't touch eyeballs like that. It's not my lane. Why would I do that? It's God's work. I failed. I said, no, won't do it. But, all the other students were just doing what they were told. And then they morph into bigger science, and more more dissecting, and more desensitization. The more you look at something, the more you touch something, the easier it gets. Even if it's wrong. And in my humble opinion, you're not replacing God dissecting people. You're satisfying something not good inside if you are able to put knives into people, So you say, well, but medicine's been so good for us. No, it hasn't. That has brought more disease over the last thousands of years as experiments with glue and like there's mercury in glue, and they discovered in the late 1800s or something that the glue in the top hats of men in the era, they wore these top hats, right, with these kind of bands around them, and the bands were put on the top hats with glue that held mercury in the glue. And that was on top of the head of every man. And they discovered him going insane. He either went insane or lobotomized, where he had no opinion or feeling about anything. That's an extreme end of being desensitized. You don't want to be desensitized. You really don't. And so if you are used to doing something, but you started out thinking, I don't like doing this, I would stop and reconsider what you're doing. We all have to. We have to reconsider words that we use and what we're doing. Because we have two worlds going on, and one of them is completely unconscious to reality of our amazing, strong, intelligent spirits. Remember what I was talking about after Trevor crossed over? I found dimes everywhere. That we have dime stories in our family between Trevor and me. Like, it's just wonderful. But anyway, after he crossed over, I kept finding dimes. Like it was like there'd be one, like they'd just be everywhere. Dimes. And my granddaughter would find feathers. And one fell right on top of her head when we were on a patio. A big freaking white bird feather landed right on her head when I was talking about dimes and feathers. Right at that moment, a feather came and twirled down, landed on her head. So it's like that. Anyway, I began to notice, I think a couple of years ago, that the dimes always face the same direction. The Bluetooth, the Canadian dime, don't know if you know or not, has a Bluetooth on it. A ship, right? The Bluetooth ship. I don't know, it's supposed to be, I looked up the meaning of Bluetooth. It's a connector. The Bluetooth is a connector. And we know Bluetooth is a connector on our devices, but it is also on the ships. So I wondered what the meaning of that was all about. And here I see that life preserver up there? It says, "Welcome on board." Like a ship. You know what, guys? I see symbology and everything. And that's the way it is, you know, when you open your mind, you can get peeks into the other world of spirit trying to communicate. And I know my son's not the only one. People are having glitches of the matrix and paranormal experiences, and they wonder what's going on. Well, the veil is thinning, and we're supposed to find out that we don't die, and we have a purpose and a plan. And the only one that can stop our imprisonment is us. And that's by not imprisoning other people. You know, by shaming other people and keeping them stuck, you know, in your glory judgment against them. Because it makes you feel good, right? What's really going on, at least I know with my sisters and a few others, is people are jealous, envious of what other people have. I have nothing. But to people that have nothing in the heart, I have everything. And they feel it, they know it, and they can see that I get blessed a lot. I know my sisters were extremely competitive with me, which was stupid, because they are each talented in different ways. And you have to accept your role in the family. I am the oldest daughter. And once the parents are dead, I am the matriarch of the family. Hello. But they wouldn't have it. They had to shame me, shame my name, and make me out to be an enemy with their words to everybody by taking a part of the story and twisting it so that I look as ugly as possible to everyone. This is what jealous people do behind your back. They gossip. They spread rumors. If you sit there listening to someone spreading rumors about another person, you have to wonder if they're going to talk about you, right? Isn't this a big cycle? It's about being accepting of new ideas and taking what you like and leaving the rest. I don't get bothered by what people say. I'll consider what they say. But if it doesn't connect dots or denominators with other things in my world, and it sounds like it's mainstream and everybody thinks the same, I probably won't listen. But I can make that decision. I don't have to be hard on people. I know what they're going through. They're having to learn things that defy logic, defy humanity. And I just don't want to become inhuman. And I know you don't either.